Greetings and welcome to my Solstice Let's Play and walkthrough for the Nintendo Entertainment System. In this Let's Play I'm going to be going through the game Solstice and showing you how to get 100% in the game. The background of the game Solstice is basically there's this sorceress called Morbius, and he's become one of the most evil powerful sorcerers in all the land of Arcadia. He is out to get this staff called the Staff of Demnos. However, what these sages did was they broke the staff into 6 parts and they, according to legend, hid it across the land. Morbius had sent out his people in order to try and find it, but never has been able to. The sages actually split it up into 6 parts and hid it in Castle Kilrock, which is Morbius's castle, and made it so that you can only see the pieces of the staff on the winter solstice once every 100 years whenever it's a full moon. Hence the name Solstice. So what Morbius has done is he's captured Princess Eleanor, and apparently the reason why he's captured Princess Eleanor is because he needs to sacrifice a damsel in distress in order to become a powerful overlord. Through ritual sacrifice and a spell incantation, he'll become super powerful, and then not even the Staff of Demnos will be able to stop him. So the main character, Shadox, who's the little blue guy who you've seen moving around, is on the winter solstice, which I think is supposed to be the same day that Morbius has to sacrifice the damsel in distress, who's Eleanor. Is going to go in and get all the 6 pieces of staff and then stop Morbius, and to do so you have to go through an isometric perspective like you see here in different rooms and solve different puzzles. There's no combat in the game, it's just simply platforming and puzzle solving. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so the blue guy is Shadox, the main character, who you control. If you press the B button, you'll pick up and drop blocks. I'll show you that in a different room. And if you press the A button, you jump. You can hold the A button, then he'll kind of like jump around and dance. This can be useful for doing some different tricks in different rooms. The directional pad obviously is move around. If you press up, it's this way. I'm going to say this is the north orientation, south, west, and east. If I press the select button, it goes to this menu. You'll see the map in the top left. It's in the quote-unquote magic map. Whenever you enter in a room, what it'll do is it'll show you the room. And it might be outlined in a white color. That means you can either go up or down. I'll show you that in the first room that's available. And so if you press the A button, then it'll show you how many rooms and what your percentage is for the completion. You can beat the game with a very low percentage and by just getting the 6 staves and not entering in many of the rooms, or you can get 100%, and in order to do that you have to go into all 252 rooms, of actual 253, but the game only counts every room up until the last room where Morbius is, and get all the items. And the items are the magic hats, which are free men, which you see in the bottom left. The pieces of staff, which whenever you get are in the middle in that outline of the staff there. The 4 keys, all of the potions, and all the credits. So if you do all of that, then you'll get 100% in the game. The top right is where the keys are. There's 4 of them. They'll open up different areas to you by either making blocks appear or a doorway appear. And then there's 4 potions. Each potion, you start off with 2 uses each, and they have a maximum of 4 uses. If you find a new potion, it'll fill up. The blue potion is invulnerability. What it'll do is make Shadox flash, and then you can touch any enemy or any balls with spikes, and they will not kill you. The purple potion will destroy everything in the room. The yellow potion will basically freeze time and stop all the blocks from falling, although you still will fall. and all these potions last until you leave the room. And the green potion usually kind of seems like it does nothing, but what it actually does is it shows any invisible platforms or objects in the room that you can't see unless you interact with. And if there isn't any, then it'll just simply do nothing. So to start, what I'm going to do is, you'll notice this room here, I'm going to have to get a key, and a block will appear here and here. And whenever I get that, I'll be able to go this way to get the first item that you need to complete the game, which is the magic boots. But just wanted to show, like, this is the first room with the key. And then once I get the key, it'll show 2 blocks. And you'll probably notice that I'm going to be going in and out of some rooms like that one right there. And that's just because you have to physically go into every single room in order to increase your percentage. Okay. So you can't touch or jump on any of the enemies, or else you'll die. This is a good room to show you the different, what I call block tricks. So you can only jump 1 square high. With the magic boots you can jump 2, which I referenced earlier. But you can use block tricks in order to move around. If you press the A and B button at the same time, you'll pick up the block. And you can kind of time it so that you can kind of get like a little boost. And you can do one of 2 different things. You can either pick it up and move, or you can place and move at the same time. And that can be useful depending on what you're doing, because you can combine them and do stuff like that. And if the room was longer, I would have gotten a really big jump. And you can do 2 tricks for climbing. So either you can jump and pick up at the same time and then drop and do this, or what you can do is you can jump and then drop and then do that. So basically all I'm doing is I'm jumping and holding so that I jump, and then at the top I'm pressing the B button in order to let go. Like that. And then the exact opposite, I'm right after pressing the B button, I'm pressing the jump button by sliding my thumb over and then going up. So those are what I call the block tricks. Okay, so in this room down here is the first key. Just to jump on these platforms and then jump up. Some of the platforms you'll notice, they'll go down, so that's why you just gotta 1 swift movement upwards. And this is kind of like the first really easy puzzle, which you probably saw in the intro video. This is the solution to it, but if you do the block tricks, you can actually do this, or you can do the other block trick. And then, as I noted, now that I have the key, these blocks appear. So you can stack them, or you can just go like that. Okay, so this is the first room. I'll explain the spinny thing in a second, where there's invisible blocks. So if I use this, 3 of them will appear. So that's how this potion works. It's pretty useless in this room. If I had actually just jumped on them, they would have appeared. Okay. This is a credit. Generally, all credits are near, most of them anyway, are near something important. For example, these are by the magic boots, which are 2 rooms away. And so... Hold on a sec. Just turning off the fan. The credits will save your progress, and what they'll do is, if you die in the game, if you don't have a credit, which you start off with 5 lives, you can find more. If you die in the game, you'll go back to the last credit and you'll lose all your progress from that credit forward. So what I like to do, and suggest, especially if you're newer at the game, get the item that's near it and then get the credit. So you'll probably notice that I'll not necessarily pick up credits right away. So this is the first quote-unquote hard puzzle, so to speak. I'll explain how to do it, and I'm going to show you a little trick that if you master in this game, that'll make the game a lot easier. If you watch the intro videos, whenever you just boot up the game without pressing start, it'll show you, but you drop the block on his head, and then you can safely step on his head on the block, and then you move around in that little box movement, and then you jump on the conveyor belt, and then jump on the magic boots and pick them up. So this is important for 2 different areas. One is for avoiding the balls that move up and down with spikes on them, and for platforming up to things that are just like, this is 1 square, and then this is like the next one right beside it, and you'll notice the magic boots are 1 over. So if I have my foot right on this platform, if I were to jump sideways and then do a block trick to jump over, then I'll be at the magic boots. So I'll demonstrate it. You just kind of go like that, and then only in the correct direction, and then you'll actually get the magic boots, and just like that. It takes a little practice to do, and if you're new at the game, it's kind of difficult, but once you get that concept, then it's fairly easy. You can go this way. I used to go this way. I find this platforming to be one of the more difficult rooms. I like a different order of the game, so I'm going to be doing it in a different way. That's one thing I really like about this game. With the first 5 pieces of staff, once you get the first key in the first in the set of boots, there's only one set of boots. Once you get the set of boots, you can actually get any of the 5 pieces of staff in any order that you want. So it's fairly open as to how you want to actually complete the game. The last piece of staff is right beside Morbius, so that one obviously you have to get last, but all the other ones you can do in any order. So I like to go this way first in order to pick up a potion. You can time this and just not get hit, but using the blue potion to make yourself invulnerable. So yeah, we can hit both of these and they won't hit me, they won't kill me. It is an easier way to do it, and you have enough usage of the potion because you're about to pick up a blue potion that it doesn't matter. So here you'll notice it's outlined in white. Like I mentioned before, white means you can either go up or down. Sometimes obvious, sometimes it's not. Here you can take those little steps, or you can use that block on the side that's moving up and down, the green one, or you can jump into this pit. Which be very careful because there's homing bad guys down there, meaning they'll actually follow you, making it hard to avoid them. Unless you align yourself like I have. Don't jump down there. So you can tell that you can go up and down. So if you align yourself here and then jump over, and then you'll fall on the staircase, you just go over and then jump again out. And then that's basically all that is to it. So I'm just going to reveal these 2 rooms for a second. Whoops, it's important not to rush, or else things like that happen. Okay, so just wait for the block to come out, and if there is a room above it, in a room with a block moving up and down like this, you'll just skip to the next room until you're at the ceiling, which is the next floor, which is this one, and then the block will move up and down. So what you want to do is jump over to the right, and then land over here. Pick up this block. Now those, I didn't explain it before, but these platforms that are 2 spaces over will disappear once you hit them, so you're going to want to hold the jump button and then just move the directional pad in the direction that you want to move, like that. So this is 3 high, so you need to do a block trick to get out, because if you try and do that, it's a little tricky. So what I like to do is I like to do this, and then pick this up, and then you just jump again, because this is 3 high. And you actually, if you're going up, you'll just go through a floor, but if you're going down, you can't. So you have to be very careful. I'll explain it in a different room, because if you jump where it is important, if you jump up and you land on spikes, you'll just constantly spawn, and then it'll be game over for you. So just pick up this blue potion, and come back down here. Make sure you don't fall into that pit, obviously. Just make yourself invisible, or invulnerable, I guess. Okay, and then I like to go this way to pick up the first piece. So you can time this correctly. If you're gonna time it, I'm not that great at it, but you want to use that top block and then the little spike on the right hand side to figure out where it is. Okay, I'm impressed I didn't die there. Alright, so here you're just gonna want to make sure that guy doesn't hit you. Go up here and then, whoops, and you're gonna want to block trick up. Not like that. Wow. Is the button stuck? There we go. Okay. So, this room is a little tricky. They're random where they move, and you're just going to want to go over to the next room by the arrow. If you notice that you could have gone up or down, the answer is you could go down and there's false spikes. I'm going to show those to you later, but I'll explain it to you now. It's one of the only rooms, I think, where it's not obvious where you can go up or down, but you just jump on these spikes and they disappear, and then it turns into a pit. So here, you can do one of multiple things. You can use a blue potion and just kind of jump through underneath that purple ball spike, or you can actually time it correctly and then go down and up right away once the ball spike is at the top, or you can just do this trick. Align your foot so just your foot is on, as you can see here, and then go down across, okay, and then just jump over. If you align yourself correctly, you will never hit that ball spike. And here's the first piece of staff. So what I like to do is use a yellow potion in this room. Okay, and as I said, the gravity just disappears. The only thing that still has gravity is you. It just totally changes the physics. So the block tricks are a little bit different too, because whenever you drop the block, it's just going to sit there. Okay, so like that, I can climb doing that. In order to solve the puzzle without using the potion, he moves around in a little box motion, in a square. And what you can do is go like this, like the boots, and then you move this onto the little guy, and then it'll fall on his head if you time it correctly. You jump on that box and you use it to go around, you get the piece of staff, and then you move around again on the way out. Or you can just use a yellow potion like this, and then you just jump, press B, and then jump, B, and then go over, pick up the piece of staff, and you just repeat the process, B, then jump, B, and then go over, and then you just do that. That trick is a little tricky to master, but once you do, it makes some rooms a lot easier instead of actually going through the room. Alright, so in this room here, whoa, that was close. These spikes here are false. And then so you're gonna wanna move, you fall in this square, you wanna move underneath the hat over here because, oh, I messed up. This over here is 3 high, so you're gonna wanna put the hat over so you can jump up, because you can only jump up 2. So here you're going to be careful, because if you jump up over too much, you'll land on those spikes and you'll loop and die and die and die. Because whenever you die, you appear, if an enemy kills you, you appear in the door you came from, or what you do is you appear from where you fell, or if you appeared out of randomness, like coming at the bottom of a room, you appear where you appeared first in the room, which is on top of the spikes. Okay, so hopefully these guys will move out of the way. No, don't go over there. Okay, I'm gonna get them to reset, because it's probably gonna take forever for them to... It's totally random how those guys move. Okay, so with this next room, like I said, the timing's a little hard. Just hold the left button and you don't have to worry, because the ball spike goes up and then down. So then we're going to do this last corridor. Wait until these skeletons come close enough, jump over them, and then get into this room. Alright, so that's a button. The objective of this puzzle is to move over and then jump onto the button, and it opens up a different area. It's 2 little balls with these pieces sticking out of them. If you ever find one, if you see one of those, then it's because you haven't found the switch. So what you're gonna have to do is move over and then just hold the jump button whenever you get over to this part, and then jump through like I just did. Okay, so I'm just gonna reveal this room. Alright, so you can go the way up to the north, but this is a little easier, so you don't have to backtrack as much. Align the block like I just did, and then do a block trick out. These monsters always follow you, so you gotta be careful. They're fairly quick. You just grab that block that's hidden where I just found one, and then block trick up. In here, you can just jump over and then drop the block on the spikes, and then jump over. So you're gonna go up and out. That will connect to a different room, which we're gonna go around and get. And then block trick up here. Okay, so that hat, you can actually time it and run through and then pick up the hat and then come out. That's kind of difficult. However, you notice it doesn't actually show you, but it should be outlined in white. There's rooms above you. And in order to get every single room, you have to get those rooms. So it's easier to get that free man just by going through the different puzzle. Through this platforming over here. So you want to drop, make sure you're in this location, otherwise you'll either drop on those spikes or right where that tripod spider thing is. And make sure you're aligned on this block correctly, because if you're over to down to the south too much, you'll spawn on those spikes and you'll constantly die. So here, you can do this 2 ways. I'm going to show you the easiest way. You just jump over and then jump over here like I said. You can jump onto those conveyor belts either from the green block or by jumping onto the disappearing block, the 2 of them, and then jumping over and then jumping over to the hat. But if I use the green potion, there's actually a block there, so you can jump over with the boots 2.5 squares. So all you have to do is use the guy, come down here, get over here, and then jump over. And it's literally that simple. So you notice the hat actually dropped into the top corner, the northwest. So you're gonna want to align yourself. Keep on pressing B so that you get this extra man, and then realign yourself for the exit so you don't fall on the spikes. Okay, so then just continue through here. So this connects to that room, oops, that I mentioned, that it's easier just to go around. And the reason why is because doing the block trick to get through there isn't impossible, but it's just kind of easier just to go around. Because you gotta get all the rooms anyway if you want 100%. So here you just gotta drop the block onto those spikes and then move over. So this is a credit. I'm gonna get it because there's actually a I'm gonna get it later because there's actually a piece of staff near here. But just as an interesting point, you can actually do this and then jump up here if you time that correctly, and then that room up there is where the piece of staff is. But what I'm actually gonna do is go around to get all the rooms. Okay, and in this next room, if you didn't get the push button, that door at the end that you quickly just saw, I have to be careful because if I stay in that room, those guys will home at you and hit you if you just stand still or go too slow. It opens that door down there. So here you're gonna do is hold the right key. You're gonna hold the right key and then just jump at the end, because if you go too slow, see how those guys came together like that? They'll hit you. Okay, here you're just gonna walk. Don't try and jump this. Walk over, and then jump over whenever you're aligned with any of these 3 blocks. You can use a platform to get across, or you can jump across, and if you accidentally jump down, don't worry about it, because then you can just do this. Whoops. There you go. Here you're gonna want to be careful and quick, because these guys, if you're too slow or you try and get through the middle parts, they follow you, so I find it easier just to go around like I just did. Here you're just gonna, there's an alignment trick with the trees. The 3rd tree over from the top, just move down. Okay, so this one, if you waited a second like I just did and then jump over, is the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, what happens is, obviously, it'll fall and disappear. And if you wait way too late, like here, you might mess up the timing. Okay, so that bottom pedestal will actually disappear, so if you just jump into the corner and then down, I find it the easiest way to do it. And here we go. We've looped around. So this is tricky platforming. I don't like this room. So you're gonna want to wait like a second and then jump over, or else that'll happen. And if you wait too long, then what'll happen, and I'm not gonna show you, is that you're gonna jump over top of it. Just like that. Okay, so here, you can't jump up and over with the boots, you'll land on the spikes, so you're gonna have to block trick out. So align yourself against the spikes, and then block trick over. Okay, so there's 2 ways to do this room. One is to get it on the hat, and then just kind of drop it on the conveyor belt like that. And the other one is the first way that I did it, and then you would just pick up the block, and then pick up the block and then jump right away to get onto the top of the conveyor belt, then drop the block and then it would come down. So you can do it either way, whichever way you're comfortable with. I don't really have a preference, it just really depends on the day. Block trick back. So here, don't hold over too much because then you'll jump onto the spikes, but don't just tap it because then you'll fall on the spikes in between. And now pick up the credit. You probably noticed I left that potion, I did that on purpose. And to do this one, you just gotta block trick out. So if you can't do that block trick at this point, you're gonna have to, this is a great room to practice because you just have to align yourself and then jump out. because it's a room that you have to get it. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a potion to get out of here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a different area of the game, which is near the magic boots, but I'm going to get there in a different way. So what you can do is you can come this way and go through here, over here, and then again get that platforming right, and then there's a piece of staff on this level around this area. But what I find easier to do is come out this way, and you don't actually need the magic boots to do this, but you need the magic boots to get the piece of staff, so you may as well have them, because it's on a platform that's too high. So, I should explain what I'm doing. Block trick up, and then you're gonna go here, and then you just block trick over. Pick up this potion, and I'm just gonna walk around here revealing the rooms. Okay, so this one has 2 invisible platforms. They're just evenly spaced. And this one has a whole bunch, but I'm going to show you where they are. So they're evenly spaced as well, but if you don't know where they are, it's a little tricky, especially in the corners. Okay, so here, if you jump on that, it'll come down. You want to jump up and over. And then this is near where one of the pieces of staff are. So there's multiple ways to do this part, and I'm going to explain them all. So those 2 pieces that you just saw, you rewind and pause, you can use the yellow potion to stop time, and then you can block trick over to that door, and then you'll get the you'll get the piece of staff in that door. Or what you can do is you can swiftly go through and then pick up the block and then block trick over, and that's another way to do it. Or you can do it this way, which is the easiest way. You just jump over with the straight across, and then you hold the jump button, move over, and there's 2 invisible blocks. This way also reveals this top room, so you may as well do it. Okay, so you're gonna fall down, but you need to fall down in the proper area. So that middle window, just to the left of it. There you go. So here is the next piece of staff. And there you go, we have 3 pieces of staff now. So you'll notice that this actually has an up or a down. It's not up, it's down in this corner. Stay in this corner, pick up this hat, and you fall down to the Cavern of Sorrows, or whatever it's called. Each of these places have a name, and they're named in the introduction synopsis that I kind of glossed over at the beginning. These 3 rooms I usually forget, so I like to get them now. If I usually get like 99 point something % and I forgot a room, it's because it's those 2. This is a pretty tricky area. You use your map constantly, and then just check to make sure you've gotten everything. I'll be doing this part later, whenever I get the piece of staff that's in this area, but I'm just going through the motions of this area now. So this is where a key is. It opens up a doorway later. You can use a blue potion here, but I just like to time it. It's pretty easy, so. And here you're going to jump into the middle. You can get half the pieces of staff without the boots. And if you have no boots at this point, you can't actually jump from here to here. So it's not actually possible to, at least not that I'm aware, beat the game, because I've attempted a couple times in different ways. Attempted to beat it without the magic boots, but you can't do it, because that last piece of staff, if you go back to it, you'll notice it's on platforms that are too high. Once I got to that portion, I was like, okay, well, I can't do this. In and out. You could solve that room. What'll happen, I'll explain it and not show you just because I don't want to die by accident. It'll move over to the left, there's a block, and then if you jump correctly on top of that block, it'll land onto the platform that was moving left to right. Pick up that block and then go into the other corner. I'll show it again. The other corner with the block that you saw on the right, which is blue, and then you block trick over there and you go over. But it's easier just not to do that room and just reveal it, because it's a puzzle that you don't really need to platform through. Once you go into this room, 3 skeletons will fall. Press the up button and hold it right away. If you delay, those skeletons will kill you. So the room that I was just talking about that you can just skip, leads to this room. This is actually in the little preview session if you just turn on the game and watch the gameplay. And you'll notice he times it correctly, he jumps onto those two disappearing platforms and then onto this block over to here. But you don't have to do those 2 rooms, because doing it the way that I just did or showed you is 10 times easier. So you pick up both these blocks. You could just try and jump across like this. Bad idea. Just block trick over. Okay, this next room, this connects to another room, which connects to another room, and if you go all the way around, it's, again, easier just to reveal and then come back. Don't dally because there's a guy in there. He will kill you. You come straight down and go this way instead. So there's a trick with escalators. Remember how I said if you press and hold the jump button, you can move around? So if you're on an escalator and you do this, you might move a little bit, but you won't move too much. So you're going to do that in this room. So you just, as soon as you get in, you hit the jump button, and then you just align yourself like this. So the solid block beside me is going to disappear, and I have to move over. Okay, and the solid block in the corner is going to disappear. So as soon as I move over, I have to move into the next room. And the trick is that whenever you're moving, don't press over whenever you're at the top like this. Otherwise, what'll happen is you won't make the jump. So you got to press over whenever you just hit the ground. Okay. And this is the infamous hat room. I hate this room. So this might take me a few tries and a few lives. Okay, so what that happens, if you know an easier way to do this, let me know. That hat drops, and what you have to do is you have to move over, jump over, and hope that you land on the hat, press the B button right away before it lands into the spikes, and then jump back. So I'm just gonna keep on trying until I do it. Damn it. Damn it. Yes. Oh, I did it. Okay. That usually takes me quite a few tries and a few lives. Okay, so this one, you can't jump out, so you're gonna have to block trick out. You can go that way over here, but you don't need to because you'll go into that room later. And you come this way. So here, just go into this room, and then go in this room and quickly move over, otherwise you'll drop too low. Jump over here, and then you're gonna go into this room and then back out, because that connects to a different room. You got to be careful in the room I just went in and out, because those little socks that move around will get you if you move around too slowly. So that will connect to a different room that you'll go to later. There's a secret hat down here. You can go this way. It's blocked, but that potion you'll get later. Oh, and this way is oh, wrong room. Oh, fuck. I thought it was a different room. Okay, so here you're gonna want to use that trick. You can either think you can jump over it, or you can use a blue potion. It's been so long since I've attempted to jump over it. Align it so that just your foot is there, jump over, and then come down here. So this room here will connect to a different room. And don't move. So that will connect to the other room that I got you to go in and out, where you got to avoid the guy who walks towards you. And you can, if you go down, then you have to go all the way around. That's why you shouldn't move. Alright, so here, just time this correctly. And basically just delay for half a second and then go. This room is kind of annoying. So what you're going to want to do is wait till it comes down, jump onto it, jump up here where I am now, and then just jump and jump. And then what you're going to want to do is kind of align yourself and then block trick out. So yeah, it's a lot easier to block trick out. You can jump back and then jump over and drop the box on those spikes, but that is a lot harder to do. And generally, you don't jump high enough if you don't angle it correctly. Anyway, you don't need to pick this one up, you just jump over. That way is a piece of staff. If I mess up on this credit thing, which sometimes I do, I'll have to go that way, but I'll connect to that room anyway. See, there's a piece of staff and a sock. You have to go get a key this way, otherwise you can't get a room. Alright, explain the room first. So those platforms go back and forth. Basically one of two things will happen. You jump onto the green block and you need to jump onto the pink block. So sometimes whenever you hit the pink block, it'll all of a sudden move over to the left. If you do that, you gotta jump left. And sometimes you just jump and then it's still moving over to the right, and in that case you gotta move over to the right. So you just kind of play it by ear and then see what happens. Just like that. Because otherwise what'll happen is you'll like, if you jump and don't move, you'll just kind of hit the block and then you'll fall into the spikes. And if you come back, don't attempt to redo the platforming, just jump across this way. So this room here is kind of annoying. You notice me going in and out. To get through the room, just hold up and jump. That's the easiest way to do it. And if you mess up on this room, go in and out right away. I'm trying to get the credit on top of the guy's hat. There we go. Okay, so I can use a jump trick to move out, but obviously I need this piece of credit. So the trick is you gotta press the B button and then the A button right away so that he jumps. I don't think he jumped. No. Alright, so coming back, don't move right away. You gotta align yourself, because if you move right away, you'll jump on the spike because you're on a momentum, and then whenever you're aligned correctly, jump through. It's not that big of a deal if you don't get that jump credit. So here you're going to want to use the blue potion, and then use the sock to jump over, and then get the piece of staff. So probably remember that purple potion. You're going to pick that up now, because you're never coming back here. And then come over here. So this connects to those two rooms with the socks and the falling blocks that you were at before. Whenever I went around and I went right in and out. That's where that would have led up here, but you need to get to this platform in order to get to this room. And the key, I believe what it did is open up that room. So the timing of this is kind of tricky. They look evenly spaced. I don't think they actually are. I like going after the pink one and then moving. I never have issues if I do that, but if I go with the green one, it looks like it's just one space in between, and in behind the red and the pink one, it looks like it's a space and a half. That's just a gut feel. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but every time I go after the pink one, I never have an issue. Alright, so grab that free man, come in here. Okay, these are these crystal balls. If you touch them, they'll move over. The trick is you gotta platform and jump onto it. And you could go to the right, that's the exit, but what you want to do is go over to the left, and you're gonna go up, and then you're gonna eventually come over to this room. The trick is as soon as you get in here, you're gonna have to start doing that jumping trick, like this, because you're gonna go on an escalator, so just hold the jump button as you come in, and then align yourself onto the edge of it. And remember to jump over as soon as you jump. Because if I do it at the very top, this is an instance where you will die. Okay, and there's an escalator here, just keep on jumping. Wait for that orange block to get down, and then jump on top of it. And come over here, and get that credit. And then jump over, and there you go. Nothing to this room. Okay, so this room... Let me grab a drink. Okay, this room, the blocks will fall. There's those blocks that disappear. And what you want to do is jump over, hold a jump button, and then jump over onto that bowl over in the corner. Okay, just like this. There you go. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you want to jump over, and then jump into the door. There's nothing to this room, it just has enemies below it. Okay, so this is the room that I said that you don't need to go this way. So you're gonna have to time this correctly. I just like following the skeleton. However, there's an invisible platform here right in front of me right now. That one will disappear if you touch it. Okay? If you walk over top of it, then what'll happen is it'll actually, I'm just gonna destroy these so I don't have to time it. If you walk across the block, you just drop instantly. It's very hard to respond to it. Okay, so pick up that potion. It's just some fancy 3D effects. Okay, so now we're back to this room. So now we're going to jump over, and it leads over to this room. Make sure those ball spikes are down, and it leads over to here. So that doorway up there, leads to the area where we are at before we got into the green room with the little balls. So you could have just come this way if you didn't want to get 100%. Okay, so this credit, I just pick it up now because I don't really care. Okay, so now we have 4 pieces of the staff, 3 of the keys, most of the stuff, and we're 54% of the game done. The items are, percentage-wise, are worth more than the room, so it might seem like we still have half the game to go, but we're pretty close to more than half, as you can probably tell by the timing of the video. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come this way. Okay, and then this room, don't go in the very corner, otherwise you don't have enough room to jump. Make sure that you're kind of like on the edge. You're not gonna block trick over, you're gonna jump over, and you're gonna drop the block on top of it. And just make sure you don't keep on walking, otherwise you'll fall into the spike. And come through. Alright, so you can do this 2 ways. I'm gonna do it the platforming way. One way is to use the yellow potion and use the platform trick to get over to that hat and then come back. The other way is just to actually solve the platforming puzzle. Just come over here, hold the jump button and go over. So that escalator, and then what you're going to do is you're going to jump on the escalator and then jump over and then drop the block onto the spikes. Oh, that was close. There you go. So then you can jump back and then align yourself, and now you've connected back to this section. Okay, so that's an invisible platform, that's an invisible platform. And again, these places are evenly spaced. And you're going to want to just remember where these are. Remember, you can use a potion to reveal these. Okay, and you just come down this way. I don't think I've been here. No. Okay, so this room up here is that platforming room that I said was kind of annoying, and you can avoid it by doing, coming through the area. So you're just going to reveal all of the different areas and make sure that, because you're not coming back to this area. Did I not? Oh, I had to go that way because it's a piece of staff. It's just not appearing. Yeah, that's what I find frustrating about the map. See how the room with the white around it appears, and if I go over here, it doesn't actually load it. It only loads so many rooms, and depending on what room you are. Okay, so here, I'm going to jump back down to the basement. There's platform onto the eastern side, so you're going to want to hold the right key so that you move over. Like that. And then you'll be able to get this room in this potion. And then you drop down to the bottom. Okay, so, now what you have to do is figure out this maze. So I just like, going back to where the key is, because I like doing the, this is where the key was. I like doing this side, the western side first, and then just kind of completing this area. And then going through and then completing each of the places. There's probably a map online to where each of these different things are, but I just find it easier to use the map. I've done this enough times now that it shouldn't be too difficult. Just using a map will probably prevent backtracking. Okay, so that will move me back to the west. Okay, so I might not have gotten that room down. I sometimes forget that room. So up, over. Yeah, this is a room sometimes I forget too. It's absolutely useless. There's nothing in it, and it's a dead end. Okay, so if I go back down this way. I've been that way, but I haven't been this way. I was that way, okay. And there's a credit in here, but I like making sure that I get this piece of staff first, before I actually pick up the credit. Or in the case of wanting to get 100%, making sure I get all of the, go this way first. No, this is the right way. Okay, get all the rooms and down here, and then, get the credit, which is just above this. So, they're really, like, this is the way I want to go to get out of here, and the credit is just up here. Just making sure I got all the rooms first. And there's no way to actually tell if you've gotten all the rooms other than basically guessing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything but this down here. There should be an item down here. Okay. I'm sorry about this, I'm just really paranoid. I should memorize what the percent is. 7109. Okay, so if you do it the exact same way, 194 rooms, 79. Okay. Maybe I'll use... I'm pretty sure I've got all the rooms. Well, if I get like 99.8%, you'll know why. Okay, so here you're gonna want to... the middle area, right in the middle, there's a potion. So just make sure you drop and get that potion, and then jump over, otherwise you'll land onto those spikes. Okay, so here, this will appear, and then you'll just, like, fall right away. So what you're going to want to do is, right before it does that, you jump, whoops, you jump over, and then you can go through again. Okay, so this is an escalator room. You're going to want to hold the jump button and just kind of get through it. Alright, and then this next one up here, it will disappear. Make sure you just jump through it. And now what you want to do is reveal all these rooms because you're never coming back here. You might come back to this room if you mess up though, because up above me is near the end of the game. And you're eventually going to fall there. Don't jump through those, they'll stop you. And I believe that's all the area. Yep, okay. So now, the easiest way to get through this is either to make them disappear or to use the invulnerability potion and just go down. And now you can get this button. Come up this way. And be careful, if you jump too far over this way, you're going to land on spikes, so you're going to come over. Okay, and this is an interesting glitch that I found in the game because of this room. If you pick up a object and you have an object on your head, you hear me clicking a controller, you actually can't... You still have the object, but you can't... you can't let it go for some reason, because there's something above you. Not entirely sure why that happens, but whatever. Okay, so here you can either platform it. What I like to do is just make them disappear, because it's a lot easier. Jump up and straight. Get these free men. If you have a lot of difficulty with the game, doing the basement first is probably a good idea because of these free men. And the free men just allow you for more attempts. And you'll probably notice I have full men, but it does keep track of all your men. So just make sure that you get these. Okay, so now what you're going to do is where those socks are moving, that's where you're going to drop, and the doorway is like 1 cube down and then 1 cube over to the left, so you're going to want to align yourself to get straight through that door. And just jump over these whenever they're below you. And just, you gotta time this right. And get through them. And then you'll be back into the Labyrinth of Madness. That's not really what it's called, but you get my point. I did get this room right. I always... It's usually those two rooms that I mess up on. I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I have. I wish it would tell you, like, you have gotten 30 of 34 rooms of this area on the menu, but the programmers never put that in. Okay, so now you're gonna want to come back this way. Remember the skeletons, so you're gonna hold up, otherwise they'll kill you. And you're gonna platform out of here using the block trick. Yeah, see, I still have full life. It's always stupid mistakes like that. Okay. And then come out this way. Jump over. Go after the pink guy. Okay, so remember how we went this way? So if I would have gone this way, I connect over here, so you just move in through here because you don't have to go around that way anymore. You just drop over here. You could have saved this credit for now, which I guess would have been useful, but there's a credit later. And personally, I never really care, so... because I can complete the game without using a credit. But if you're new at the game, I highly suggest saving that credit until this point if you use the same path location that I'm using. How much have we gotten? 213 and 82%. Okay, so here you're just going to jump over through this way, jump down here, and you'll probably recognize these rooms from the very beginning whenever I went up and got that blue potion. So I'm just going to make these guys disappear so I don't have to worry about the timing. And now what I'm going to do is go up to the north. And we're going to actually, remember where I said you have to jump over that hole, and don't worry if you do because you can actually come out? That's where the end of the game is. So I'm going to go back over to that area. And just going to get rid of these so that I don't have to worry about it. Make sure you hold the button over, otherwise those guys will get you again. Remember, don't jump and just walk over on these platforms. There we go. And just fall, and then come this way. So here you just have to move this block over here, and then down, and you gotta jump on it correctly. Wait till you get to the other side, and then jump up. Okay, so these guys, the easiest way to do them, that guy will come in and hit you if you stay there. Let them hit once, and then walk out. This one you can just walk across. This one you can't, because the block right next to my feet, it'll disappear. Those enemies are pretty fast, and so is this one, so you're going to want to jump... Oh, damn it. You're going to want to just run through them, and then you're going to want to jump on top of this guy with hopefully not hitting the little thing. If you have trouble with this, use a blue potion. Come on. You can get it. You can do it. And once you... Watch me fail at this for a minute or two. Hopefully not that long. Oh, come on. Fuck. Alright, I'm doing it this way. And then I do it correctly after I use a potion, of course. Okay, so the reason why I don't usually care about getting that one credit is because of this one right here. This credit is like, okay, you've gotten everything in the game and you're about to do the last portion. Okay. Alright, so those guys will follow you, so be careful. And then you just come up here and then jump up and over. Okay, so this guy will run around and he won't follow you. You can do this later, but I like doing it right away because you don't really need to use the yellow potion. And you get a yellow potion from coming this way, and you have to reveal the rooms anyway. So again, to get through, you can platform through it, or you can use a blue potion, or do this trick. You align yourself so that your one foot is on the block like this, and then jump and get over like that. And now you can, because you can get through a room and down, but not back up. So get this yellow potion, and then realign yourself. Oh, damn it. Talking and playing the game. Okay. And then jump back. Just run through. Okay, so there's two ways to do this. You can use a yellow potion, and then use the anti-gravity block trick to get across. Or you can do this. I'm going to just try and explain it and then show you. Align yourself with a spike. Do this. I'll go this way. And you're going to want to do this block trick. And then whenever you're over, you're going to do this block trick again in order to get across. Sounds a little complicating. It's difficult. It's easier just to do if you can master the yellow potion block trick. It's a lot easier, but there you go. You just do that, so you don't have to use your yellow potion. Okay, so here, move in a little bit, and then down, align your feet with that platform, and just time it so that you land on it. I find if you're just at the door, it's a little harder to time it, so come down like I did for a couple steps. And you just go straight through here, try and not get hit by those guys. Okay, so if I remember how I said, and I was in the basement, I'm like, if you mess up and fall, that's where you're gonna fall. This is that room. I have no idea if you can go from the bottom room up, if you know how to do that, or I would love to know how. But this is where I learned this foot trick. So, because like whenever I was a kid, whenever I got this game back in the 90s, I couldn't figure out how to beat the game for the life of me, and then I had to figure out this, and it made the game a lot easier. So, anyway, so you're gonna align yourself and then just jump over, and then into this room. Okay, so here, if you don't have any blue potion, you're screwed. You can't beat the game. So make sure you have blue potion here. You use the blue potion, and the objective is to jump onto those guys. The way to make it easier, use the yellow potion over in the middle. Whoops. Oh, damn it. You can realign them, just don't let them hit the edges, because you can't get them from the edges. And you only have so many potion uses. So you're gonna just jump on them, like that. Oh, that one has to move over a little bit. I could just jump and move over, but there you go. So that's the easiest way to do it. Okay, so this room's a little tricky. So I don't know, pause it and just watch it, and I'm gonna explain it while I'm in the other room. Please don't die. Okay, damn it. Okay, so in the very top corner, the northwest, there's the block that drops on the disappearing platforms. You have to jump over on the escalator, and then over onto the block, or the platform, and then jump over onto there, and then right over without stopping. Otherwise, they'll all disappear, and then you have to start all over again. So you're gonna, like this, jump over, and then now you can just kind of time this correctly, use a jump trick like this if you need to. And then just get onto that block, and then into here. Okay, so you can get here without all the pieces of different staff, okay? But these two blocks will not appear if you do not have all the pieces of staff. So if you ever get here and you're wondering, where's the two blocks? Well, and I don't know why they give you two of them, because you can't even get here without the boots. Whatever. Anyway, so once you have all the 5 pieces of staff, you can come in here. Okay, 2 ways to do this. One is to use this thing to go across like that. That sometimes works. I find this usually easier. You jump and you use your hat to move it off by hitting the platform underneath it. So this key will open up an area. I think that door up there, I'm not 100% certain. But anyway, you need to go around to get into there to get to the last part of the game. How much percentage do we have at this point? Yeah, okay. Okay, this room is tricky and annoying, so you're gonna wanna... You can use the yellow potion to get the yellow potion. That sometimes works. I might die a couple times in this room. So you get a platform over, and then platform onto that block while it's moving, and then back out. I keep on calling them blocks, but they're platforms. Whatever. So you just walk over, and then... maybe... there. Okay, so kind of align yourself with your foot. Don't go, if you go too far over to the left, you'll go into that room. Just jump over. I find this to be the easiest method. You can platform it, but it's difficult. Okay, so here you saw that falling block. As soon as you enter the room, hit this to hit that block. And then this will happen. And it's literally that simple. Just wait for this green platform to come back. Jump on. You could have done this in one foul swoop, but I... Okay. Anyway, so you just block trick over, and then go over to this platform, and guess where it appears? Over here. Okay, so, this is a room easiest way to do is the yellow potion. Actually, I don't even know if you can get through this room without the yellow potion. This is the room where I learned the yellow potion trick. Okay, just do the yellow potion platforming trick. Remember, you B and then A, and then just get through the room. Oh, damn it, I wasn't aligned correctly. Well, that's why we have a bunch of free men. Okay, but the thing is, you only have so many of these potion uses, so you're gonna have to do it. You only have so many tries. There we go. Okay, so here, you get that credit. Aw, damn, I messed up. Disappear one? Sure, why not? Okay, so, here, use the green potion. It's probably the most useful place to use a green potion. Because I like to see it for alignment issues with that one block that just appeared. So I know when to jump. I know it should be fairly intuitive, but I just like seeing that block for some reason. Okay, so... Oh, do I not have a yellow potion anymore? Okay, I do. Alright, this is another room. There's two ways to do it. Easiest way to do it is with the yellow potion. So if you time it so that you get it so they're at the bottom, you just have to jump onto the blocks. There you go, Tim. And then Tim's my cat. You jump on those blocks and you can time it correctly. You jump like now, and then you can get it. You notice there are different heights. That's so that you can actually time it correctly and jump across. The easiest way to do it is you get your yellow potion, and then whenever it's about here, that was close. Okay, just jump onto the blocks, and then jump through. Okay, and this is the last part of the game. So, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 50... I might have forgotten a room. I really hope I didn't. Because I'm not going back. I don't want to have to do this video. Okay, so I don't like this room and area because of the platforming. And I'll show you why in a second. So you're gonna jump over here and jump through. Okay, so you're gonna see, align yourself with the foot here, but not exactly on the one foot. Half of your person is probably better. And then you're gonna jump over so that you're right behind this block, and whenever that pink block moves up and down, then whenever it starts moving down, you push this over, and then it'll appear on top. But you have to jump on top of it as well. Alright. Whoops. They're just like this. And this will get you to the top. And you can jump up and then through to the next room, but what you're going to want to do is jump up and press the down arrow, and then you're going to want to hit another ball so that it goes across and prevents a green block from dropping through the sky, or else you're going to have to do this entire part again. And this is the platforming part that I dislike. There. Just because sometimes it's very difficult to do. Okay, so you pick up this block, and then you go down, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump over. Whoops. And this is 3 high, so you actually need to do this block trick to get up, so that you can get up here. Okay, so there's the last piece of staff. Do not pick it up. The reason why is because you're gonna want to jump up from it. I found this out by accident. The first time that I played the game, because I used to always hold the jump button, and that's how I figured out about this. Okay, so you hit this button, and don't drop down from here, so you don't drop on skeletons, and you pick up the last piece of staff. So there's one more room. Yes, okay. There's one more room. Alright, so I was scared I forgot a room. Alright, so that door over there, you've got to do the platforming again, in order to get up there. And just so you know, I'm constant blue potion right now for the rest of the game until I either get game over or either get game over or I turn the system off. So just fall down here so that I'm on these platforms so I can redo it. And align yourself again. And then whenever you just redo that part, because you need that green block. So wait until it's up like this, jump over, and then, I see I messed up. Oh, whoops. No. There's the end of the game. If I were to go into there, then I will find Morbius. That's the 152nd room, which it doesn't count for 100%, which I'll prove in a second. I always found this to be the weirdest thing in the world. that it doesn't count the last room. Because I always, whenever, whoops, I was first trying to beat this game, I would always constantly check my map. Okay, stop jumping around. Alright. Okay, so wait until this is up. Need to do this. Come on, yes. Okay, so you're not going to go that way, which we went the first way. We're going to jump onto this pink block. And you might think, oh, you can just jump up, but you actually need that green block to get up here. So if you just jump up, you'll land on a platform, and then move over and then one, like really quickly, just jump them, and to get these last 3 items in the last room. And assuming I didn't forget any items, 252 rooms, 100%. And I didn't die that many times either. Okay, so just fall down. And then walk into this room and rescue Princess Eleanor. And there you have it, 252 rooms, all the items, 100%. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, or at least found it useful if you're trying to get through the game. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting a bunch of other videos for Nintendo games and other systems like that. And I hope to see you in the future. So I'm going to end the video by just allowing it to loop through the full intro song, because I think it's really cool, because it's a pretty awesome 8-bit song, which is pretty famous, or at least I think it is. A lot of my friends and people I've met have always liked the song. And have a good day.